here on a Thursday. As you know, at this time, we get to meet a lot of the players from York United. In fact, Owen O'Callaghan has written something just lovely for Noah in particular. And Noah Verhoeven is joining us right now. Good morning, Noah.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Or should I say, who had it? Is that close?
Yeah, Verhoeven.
No,
Yeah.
who had? If I say who had it,
Yeah, it's good.
See, we're very international here on the show. Very international. In fact, of all, of course, there was a lot of Dutch families where I grew up, and they gave me something that people stare at me when I talk about it for breakfast. But you know the little rusks that you get with the sprinkles on it? Do you ever have that for breakfast? How good is that? That's the greatest thing. What do you call that in Dutch? What is the word for it?
They have a lot. They call oliebollen.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
People go, you can't have that for breakfast. Oh, yes, you can. Yeah.
Oh, yes, you can.
Yes, you can. That's a great way to start the day. Let me tell you, my friend. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And as only Owen can do, and so he sent this along, and he's gonna be mad because I'm gonna embarrass. Said, who did I guess? And this is how he described you. This is how he described you. A really elegant midfielder for us. Elegant. Are you elegant, Noah?
Very elegant.
Well, it's funny. So Nico was on last week, right? And doing what Nico does, carrying on. It was a great conversation. And I said the one thing in following the team last year is that I said I'm just sick of the draws. No more draws. Can we get rid of the draws? Because you seem to be just so close to getting that 3 points. And then in Edmonton, who I dislike on every level. I don't know why. It's like they broke into my house and stole like my grandma's favorite ring or something. I don't know. Edmonton just bothers me. Every team they have, I don't even like the city. And then to come away with the draw. Now it's early, but if we're looking at that game in particular, I know it's tough for the lads when you sit there because you're seeing those 3 points. Now again, a draw isn't coming away with nothing, but I know it's the one thing that you guys would like to cut down on.
Yeah, I mean, the draw, to be honest, felt like a loss because especially, how quick they responded. And right after we scored, I think, a minute, 30 seconds later, 2 minutes, very small time. And they scored again to tie, which is frustrating. It's very upsetting. But it definitely felt like a loss on our end. We know draws as well are something that, it's the difference in the end. So we're trying to figure things out. It's still early. We're coming together, but we're definitely trying to limit those draws as well. And as a game management, trying to close out the game as early, or having that little savviness in the end of the game.
Well, no, it's the one thing too when you're this early in the season and in this league, you're going to see turnover from year to year, guys joining the team, guys moving on. Sometimes you get players on loan, like it's just the way that footy works. So looking at this stage, if 100, if we're is you all understanding the task, playing to your fullest ability, doing and executing like you do in practice, for you right now, where would you put the team? What percentage are you saying that you're at for you?
Yeah, I think as a team we're close to 75-80%, just in terms of our togetherness. I think we're, it's something we kept from last year. Our core group is very, we have good unity, we're together, and it's just about integrating the new guys. And to be honest, it's, of course, language is a factor, and that's why it takes a bit of time, for guys to kind of figure out their roles and learn, how they fit into the team. But yeah, I think we're definitely, we have great unity as a team. And I think I would say around 75 to 80%, but definitely getting there.
Yeah, I'd be worried if my team said, no, we're 100%. We're good. You are? This is 100% for you? Like, I mean, it's good that you don't feel like it is.
Nobody's in and around 100% at the start of the season, whether they kept the same group or not,
Now, what do you find? I mean, someone like Martin Nash, because you being a West Coast guy, being a Surrey kid, you know very well who that is. And I would think that that's a pretty cool thing to have him as your head coach.
Yeah, no, it's a good relationship. Definitely similar, backgrounds and growing up, we faced similar things, saw similar things, and yeah, I mean, it's nice to have some people from the West Coast over here. And yeah, he's a familiar face. I've known him for a long time. I knew of him before I knew him, of course, but him coaching at the Whitecaps when I was in academy was it was a nice chance to get to know him, and I'm happy it's kind of come full circle now.
Well, and the one thing about football, and I'll use that term just so people don't get confused. There's like, what? I thought you were talking about soccer. Okay, it's the same thing. Let's not lose our minds here. If I'm looking at the world of football, part of it is just the kind of travel, the number of teams you play for, the number of countries that you go to. As I said, the loan system's kind of confusing for people in North America who don't quite understand it. But it's not uncommon for you to play for, like, even at the early age that you are, like a number of teams being interested in you. It's just kind of how the sport is.
Yeah, it is. And I would say that, yeah, it is maybe a bit confusing, the loan system. It's definitely something that is more tailored for young players, actually, which again is another confusing thing, because you would think the players are young, maybe let them stay and figure it out with the team. But when you're young, that's reality. It's hard to get playing time at top teams, and you do find yourself kind of signing shorter term contracts and trying to move your way and kind of state your place in the professional game. So I think it is a confusing system, but definitely it's very normal now, and a lot of young players go through those little whether it's growth spurts or whatever that may be, to try and find where they fit in.
Now, like any other sport, you're sometimes influenced by the style of someone that you watch. I mean, some of the great world players, it's not that you can compare yourself, but there's just certain guys when you watch how they play. Who would that be? Because I see that it's funny, he sent me a note that said something about Luka Modric, who is anytime he's on the field, I don't know, your eyes just kind of go to him. And of course we have like a million Croatian people who listen to this show, so of course we have to talk about him all the time. So, yeah. But what players would be the guys that you look at?
Yeah,
sure Luka's probably one of them.
Well, yeah, definitely. For me, growing up in a Dutch family, definitely a lot of Dutch players. Right now, I look up to like a player like Frankie de Jong, which is a very good Dutch midfielder at the moment. Luka Modric, I think, is aging like fine wine. So he's always good to watch, and I mean, the performances that he's putting in at this late in his career is unbelievable. It's he's showing that he still has the top level. So definitely those two, and then I think growing up as well, just Xavi and Iniesta. I think any midfielder growing up is going to watch Spanish football, and I think it was very inspiring for me watching that growing up.
So, like Van Nistelrooy and those kinds of names you would have grown up with. And the thing that I thought, is very interesting. So when it comes to a Euros or a World Cup, all my Dutch friends, all of a sudden, all the orange starts, they start to put it on, and it's just, I guess, Robin and some of those players.
Yeah.
And it really culturally is quite something. The Dutch and what is popular, I mean, obviously football is very big, but things like speed skating, like a very important element and a big part of athletic life in Holland is that people don't understand. You're like a rock star if you're big on that.
Yeah. Well, this might actually be the first time I've said this ever, but when I was younger, I went to watch some speed skating, and my parents actually had a conversation with me about maybe trying it. And yeah, of course it's a big Dutch thing, and I went to watch, and I kind of just told them I don't think this is for me. I think I'll stick with football. So definitely it is massive. It's a big sport for the country, and it is fun to watch. But yeah, personally for me, I chose to go against that one.
I'm trying to think of was it Schenk, the big star that was Dutch? I'm trying to think, because it's amazing, sort of just the influences they have. And you mentioned Modric. Now, the one thing is, see, he also has it. He still has good flow. The hair still looks good.
Yeah,
and I'm seeing you nice flow. This is important. I think it's very good.
Yeah. I've had a couple. Starting to get people asking me now when I'm gonna cut my hair and things like that. I think I'll keep it.
Yeah, no, you keep it. You just tell them that you mind their own business and
yeah. No, I think it suits me, you know, and it's part of it. I couldn't picture myself with short hair at this point, so I'm just gonna keep it. I might trim it or something, but I'm keeping it for now.
I would be the little headband guy for sure. I would, because
that's what I got going on.
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't?
Got the little headband. Yeah, you know, it just fits. It suits.
Because Modric is going to text you sometime and go, you know, I like your hair.
Yeah,
I don't know. It sounds like that. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. I believe that's what it would sound like.
Yeah.
Also, I see that now. Here's the one thing that I don't know in the dressing room, or what? Because guys used to have the big. Well, you used to call it ghetto blasters. It's probably upsetting now to use that term, but used to have the and crank tunes. And in hockey and basketball, it's all different. So now everyone has headphones, so everyone listens to what they want, so it doesn't bug everybody. But what are you listening to? What is in the Verhoeven headphones when you're pre-game? Like, what are you listening to?
Yeah, I always like to say I have like a diverse music collection. But yeah, to be honest, since I watched the Batman movie, actually, funny enough, I've been listening to a lot of rock music. I still always have like my hip hop, rap in there, a little house music, but yeah, I've just been into the rock lately. I just, you know, I don't really. Again, I'm very open to different types of music. If it's good music, then I like it. I'll listen to it. So,
no, is there anyone in the dressing room who just continually talks about their kind of music and bugs everybody? Like, who's annoying in that dressing room? You can tell us. No one.
Yeah, some of the young boys like really. We always joke about it. They like really aggressive music, like very hard hip hop or rap, but just very hard. Like, you know, it's like hardcore rap or hip hop, where it's just too aggressive. And yeah, we always joke about it, but it's funny. It's like their music and they want it on 24/7. So. Yeah, maybe not all the time, but it's okay.
Well, it seems like, and again, when you talk about dressing rooms, and there's a team that also is on this radio station, which is the Mississauga Steelheads. So it's the junior hockey team, and they're very close knit. It's hard to do that. People just assume just because you're in a dressing room, it's a bunch of guys that everyone's close, but it takes a while to actually kind of feel out and make yourself feel close as a team, that sort of unity, because it doesn't exist all the time. And I think probably when you're a new team in a new league, you know, these are some of the issues that you work on, is trying to find a culture. Like, what does it mean to be in the locker room at York United? And I think that's something that you work on, right? I think it's something that you try to create. Do you think consciously that you're aware of trying to establish what it means to be, you know, one of the 9 stripes?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that's something that every club kind of looks towards, is having a culture, and you know, keeping that. That's something that can keep the club together year in, year out, whether the players switch or, you know, the staff switches, and it's something that clubs grow on, and you know, that's how they kind of establish themselves. I think a lot of our culture this year is, you know, we want that winning mentality. We want to work hard. And we want the discipline, you know, we want to come in, day out and work hard. We don't want to waste days. And so, you know, whether it's a little recovery session or, you know, a proper training session before match, we want to come in and give it 100%. Again, we don't want to waste days. So that's, you know, that's where we're looking at. We're trying to establish our culture for sure. And, you know, again, integrate everybody. But yeah, culture is definitely a massive part of just any club and how you establish yourself.
Now, before I let you go, Nico said that he doesn't yell at his players. I said all goalkeepers, as soon every save, every shot, anytime there's a corner, you're yelling at your players. He goes, no. He goes, I really don't do that. Is he lying? Is that a lie?
No, Nico really doesn't. He really doesn't yell. He's very calm goalkeeper. No, to be honest, he's telling the truth. Yeah.
Never lie to you, Mike.
Yeah, he's actually right here.
See, so you're telling the truth. This is a show, hard hitting, Nico. So you watch it because I'm following up on all your little secrets. And trust me, I know there's secrets out there. Well, look, it was great having the show. And not the, I mean, I think of the Dutch people. Do you know who Doutzen Cruz is? Do you know who she is?
No.
She's a Victoria's Secret supermodel.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
well, have a look.
Well, I'll put in a good word for you.
Yeah.
Well, look, you take care. Looking forward to it. You got what? You got Calgary, I think, on the schedule tomorrow, I want to say. So it's a big game, and we're hoping to get in the win column. So thanks very much. I appreciate it. Have yourself a great day. We'll get a suit. That's awesome.
See you.
That is Noah Verhoeven joining us here this morning, York United, with Nico Giansopoulos yelling in the background saying, "I didn't lie."